Good evening, everyone. My name is Keicy Florentino from Group 3, and we're going to tackle about the basic psychological processes. So what is basic psychological processes? Basic psychological processes is the important task for a psychologist to do to identify the particular behavior of a person, and through this, mahibalaan sa psychologist ang mga changes sa behavior or personality sa isa ka tao. It has 8 processes, which is the sensation, attention, perception, learning, memory, and thinking.
Hello everyone, I'm Luzvisminda Alaba, and I'm going to discuss the first basic psychological processes, which is sensation. We are very familiar with our 5 senses since primary school, and those senses are sense of hearing, smelling, touching, seeing, and tasting. Sensation refers to our awareness about various stimuli which we encounter in different modalities, as I've mentioned before, such as vision, hearing, touch, and taste. Merriam-Webster also defines sensation as a mental processes resulting from the immediate external stimulation of a sense organ as distinguished from a conscious awareness of the sensory process. So some examples are when we feel hungry, that is sensation. When we are going to travel and you feel excited, that is sensation. Or you saw your crush and kinilig ka, that is sensation. Or you feel pain kasi naapakan yung paa mo na may ingron, that is also a sensation.
Hi everyone, my name is Sheena Banad, and my topic is about one of the basic psychological processes, the attention. During attention, we selectively focus on a particular stimulus among many stimuli available to us. So, during the attention, ang ato daw focus is limited. Naga-focus rata sa usa ka butang which is necessary or relevant para sa atua. And then, we tend to ignore other stimuli that are presented in our surroundings. So, one of its example is this illustration. As we can see, ang babae kay nagbasa og libro. Ta sa iyang palibot kay nailan-lang saba. Saba sa iro, saba sa kinan, o saba sa iyang katapad. However, ang iyang attention or focus of interest kay nara jud sa kabutang, which is sa iyang gibasa na libro. And gina-ignore lang niya ang other saba sa iyang palibot. So, this literally shows that our attention is only focusing on a particular stimulus. The next presenter is about tackling the perception.
Hi everyone, my name is Theresa Ugsang from Group 3, and I'm here to discuss to you a little information about perception as one of the basic psychological process. So, perception, in the case of perception, we process information and make out the meaning of the stimuli available to us. It also refers to the way sensory information is organized, interpreted, and consciously experienced. In short, it's our awareness, comprehension, or the way we understand something. It also involves both bottom-up and top-down processes, in which bottom-up processing refers to the fact that perceptions are built from sensory input, while top-down processing interprets those sensations influenced by our available knowledge, our experiences, and our thoughts. So, example, upon walking into a kitchen and smelling the scent of baking cinnamon rolls, the sensation is the scent receptors detecting the odor of cinnamon. But the perception may be, this smells like the bread Grandma used to bake when the family gathered for holiday. So, it's the way we perceive of how it smells like. Although our perceptions are built from sensation, not all sensation results in perception. In fact, we often don't perceive stimuli that remain relatively constantly over a prolonged period of time. So that's all.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ann Aguilar. One of the basic psychological processes is learning. It helps us acquiring new knowledge and skills through experience and practice. The acquired knowledge and skills further bring a relative change in our behavior and facilitate our adjustment in varied settings. This is how we modify and acquire knowledge, abilities, skills, and behaviors, and etc. It works through what happened in the past. Learning also helps us relate our behaviors with their consequences. It is closely related to memory. For example, we learn language, riding a bicycle, and applying mathematical skills to solve various problems. And there are 4 types of learning in psychology. And one of the popular theory of learning is the VARK model identifies 4 primary types of learners. Number 1 is visual. This is how we process information using charts or graphs, or need image to explain concepts and ideas. The second one is auditory. This is how we learn best when information is spoken, or prefer lectures and discussion. The third one is reading or writing. Prefer to receive words or enjoying reading and writing assignments. The last one is kinesthetic. Prefer to receive written words or enjoying reading and writing assignments. That's all. Thank you. The next one is memory.
Good day everyone, this is Katelyn Entis, and the next topic that I'm going to report is memory. Memory has the capacity to record, retain, and retrieve information. A memory has 3 basic functions or stages. Take note, we have 3 stages of memory. The first one is the encoding, the second one is the storage, and the third one is the retrieval. Encoding. Encoding is the act of getting information into our memory system through automatic or effortless processing. Muna siyang information na atong gina-encode sa ato ang memory system. And this information is mauna siyang ato ang mga na-learn through daily lives, or for example, listening to the discussion of a teacher. The next one is storage. Our brains take the information and place it in the storage. How long will memory last for in the storage? So, ang ato ang memory has actually a duration. So, maong natin ginatawag na STM and LTM. STM is a term of short-term memory, and the LTM stands for long-term memory. Short-term memory can last for only a few seconds or few days, while the long-term memory can last for a lifetime. Best example of this is birthday and those special memories or events in our life. And the last one is the retrieval. Retrieval has the ability to access information when you need it. After encoding the information and place it in the storage, we can actually retrieve or recall those information. And retrieval is something like recalling our memories, or retrieving our memories, or pagbabalik tala sa atong mga memories or mga na-learn. And that is the retrieval.
Thinking is a complex mental activity. During most of our waking hours, even when we are asleep and dreaming, we are thinking. Thinking is a process of the brain involved in processing information, such as when we form concepts, engage in problem solving, and make decisions. We have 7 types of thinking. First, perceptual or concrete thinking. The word perception is defined as the state of being processed or of becoming aware of something in such a way. In perceptual, we can use the 5 senses: the smell, sight, sound, taste, and touch. The second types of thinking is conceptual or abstract thinking. Like perceptual thinking, it does not require the perception of actual objects or events. It is an abstract thinking where one makes use of concepts
generalized idea, and language. The third types of thinking is reflective thinking. It aims at solving complex problem rather than the simple problem. It uses logic and facts are arranged in an order so as to arrive at a solution to a problem. Fourth types of thinking is the creative thinking. Creative thinking is chiefly aimed at creating something new. The individual himself usually formulates the problem and invent tools for its solution. For example, scientists, investors, artists, choreographers. The fifth types of thinking is critical thinking. It is higher order, well-disciplined thought process, which the use of cognitive skills like conceptualization, interpretation, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation for arriving at an unbiased, valid, and reliable judgment. For example, judge. The six types of thinking. Controlled thinking. Controlled thinking is the process of thinking which is controlled and regulated. Thoughts keeps in close touch with reality and are directed towards the achievement of a specific goal. Example like problem solving. The seventh types of thinking is free thinking. Free thinking in thinking thought process are allow much greater freedom of action. Neither there are many restrictions of reality in terms of time and space, nor any desire of thinker to achieve a certain goal. Example, imagination, daydreaming, and dreaming. That's all. Once again, my name is Kristine Rose and Najial.